So we are launching a new challenge every year, and we will have solvers who come in for one challenge, and then we'll be with them for many years until however long it takes for them to solve the problem that they're working on. But the key to making sure that they have everything they need, I think, is the facilitation of connections with our member community. So our hope is that we will continue to support them, but they'll really be getting the support that they need from these members that we're connecting to, and the support that they need will evolve over time, and we'll be continuing to make the connections they need. So identifying what the barriers are at any given time to implementation or to the design of their solution, and then facilitating connections to the right members.
I guess once a solver, always a solver. Yeah. So one of the things that we stand for is, of course, being here at MIT, that the solutions that we're looking for have a technological component. We also acknowledge that this is not only about technology, but also about addressing the challenges as they appear in our society, taking into account social and political and economic facets. So to give you an example, one of our challenges this year is around refugee education, and how do we provide refugees under the age of 24 with the skills that they need. One of our solvers is called Katie. She's from Sofia, Bulgaria, and she was a volunteer in one of the refugee camps teaching children. And she quickly noticed that a lot of the volunteers who were on the camp were very willing, but did not necessarily have the training to be good teachers. So her solution is to create an online platform where volunteers and experienced teachers come together to share best practices and share curriculum. And this is an idea that we've been working with her since the last Solve at MIT to work on. Now, what Katie noticed as she was developing her solution is that the platform starts online, but then it needs to be available offline. And so through partnerships with some of the MIT ecosystem players here, she's now working on how do we make this knowledge available offline on tablets, so that teachers in camps are able to, in their own situation, be able to make the most of her solution. We're focused on challenges that are really big, and the solutions that we work with vary in their life cycle. So some of them are young ideas with a dynamic team behind them that has that has a serious promise, and others are more established organizations that are already serving many customers, and they're looking to scale up further. And so along that range of life cycle, the risk of failure exists, and it probably varies as well. So we are aware of that, and we know that there are our work is to increase the chance, to give those every chance to succeed, to give every solution every chance to succeed. This is the this is the entrepreneurship and innovation space. So failure is always an option. We just work on decreasing the chances of that option. Solve is about bringing together a community of change makers wherever they sit, whether in academia, in government, in the business sector. And what's nice about Solve sitting at MIT is that we can bring the amazing intellect that comes with faculty members present here. So one of the people that we're working with is Alessandro from Descatame. Descatame is a Chilean startup that's reinventing the way creditworthiness is evaluated. And basically they will make 80% of those who are unbankable today, bankable tomorrow. And the whole idea behind it is a very sophisticated way to establish creditworthiness using data that traditional banks do not use today. And this requires a lot of the financial and the data model behind this needs to be very robust. And this is where academia, for example, from MIT is very helpful. So we are partnering Destacame with a faculty here at MIT to help them review that model and make sure it is ready for market.
And just to add to that, I think we found the MIT community to be incredibly valuable in terms of providing advice on where we should be focusing next and where our priorities should lie. So many faculty at MIT are serving as advisors for us, and we're really thankful to them for their help. In addition to that, MIT has other resources that have been incredible to leverage. So there are so many resources for entrepreneurs that we've been welcomed to tap into, and networks of students and networks of change makers that have been really helpful along the way in our journey. So that's been great. So one example of an organization that's been really helpful to us on MIT's campus is the ILP. They've generously offered us their space as we're running these challenge design workshops. They've offered to connect us with their member communities so that we can learn from the innovators that are part of that network. So it's been really a privilege to be here at MIT and be connected with all of these different organizations.